डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Hello friends, warm welcome into this course. In this block we will discuss regarding the network tools, and in today's session we will discuss regarding the firewall and packet filters. So friends, I am Dr. Ajay Patel. We'll discuss in this session regarding the various tools and technology at network level, which is intended to provide the security or to provide the secure infrastructure or the IT resources. So friends, if we look closely about the today's session outline, first we will discuss regarding the firewall, what is the firewall, etc. After that we will discuss regarding the packet filtering mechanism or the types of firewall, and we will discuss various kind of firewall, its working mechanism, advantages, disadvantages are there, and finally we will discuss regarding the packet filtering mechanism. So this is our session outline, friend. In this session you will learn about the firewall and firewall types. So first of all, friend, what is the firewall? Because we look closely the name or the term firewall. What wall? That means an infrastructure or a mechanism which segregates two things, which through wall we can segregate the outsider world and our room or our space. Now the term fire, that means burning. So can we interpret like burning wall or some burning mechanism? Up to some extent, friends, that's true, because the firewall, that means a burning wall, we can say, because it differentiate the outsider network with the organization's network. Now friend, here I would like to clear two terminology. First of all, what is the network? Network, that means more than two or more than two computing devices or devices which are having the communication facility, and they are interacting using this communication facility based on certain rules. Now two or more than two devices, that means there might be two computers, or we can say computer to printer, cell phone to computer communication. All this communication can be categorized in the category of network communication. Now the another important terminology is using certain rule. So certain rule, that means the protocol, communication protocol, and various communication protocols are there. So these are the protocol. Using this protocol, based on this protocol, the communication happen between two devices or more than two devices. So this is the network, simple terminology, because I am not discussing the exact definition, but this terminology helps you for the better understanding of the network. Now another terminology I would like to discuss is internet. we are using the term internet very frequently. You can download the movie from the internet, you can transfer the fund from the internet, you can get the weather condition or weather forecasting from the internet, you can get the stock prices from the internet, you can trade from the internet. But exactly what is the internet? The most important question is, what is the internet? So friends, internet is nothing. Again, I am not providing the exact definition. This is not a theoretical definition or theoretical discussion. Simple, this is for our understanding. So friend, internet is a network of networks. Internet is a network of networks. As we have discussed the network terminology, we can say more than two or more than two communication devices are communicating based on certain protocol can be called the network. Now, it's network of networks, that means several networks. It is a collection of numerous myriads of network are there, several networks, and they are communicating. The intercommunication is done, is happening again with the help of certain protocols. Now, where the firewall comes in this discussion? So, dear friends, the firewall is the mechanism which segregates the outsider networks, that means internet, from the organization's network. So, it is a mechanism which, or it is a wall between the organization's network and internet. Now, why it requires? What is its role? What are the function of firewall? So, the function of the firewall is to inspect the inbound traffic as well as outbound traffic. That means, the packet which are coming from the outside in a network and the packet which are going towards the internet from the organization network, both are inspecting at the firewall, and firewall is having certain advanced mechanism like packet discardation facility. So, the firewall can discard the malicious packet or doubtful packet. Firewall can block the particular node who is suspected for the malicious activity. So, this is the firewall. Now, the terminology or the basic of firewall. So, nowadays there are several firewalls are available which are having advanced mechanism for the they are configured with the advanced security policy or advanced security mechanism. But the base or the core concept behind the firewall function is packet filtering. Packet filtering, that means firewall examines each and every packet, crosses the firewall, checks the packet according to the set of rules which are defined. Now, crosses the firewall, look at the definition. Crosses the firewall, that means the traffic which comes, or the packet comes from the outsider world to the organization network, vice versa, the packet goes from the organization's network to the outsider world. So, both inbound as well as outbound traffic, both kind of traffic have been examined by the firewall. Now, it checks packet according to the set of rules which are defined. Now, again this is very important, set of rules. So, rule configuration at the firewall is very important. Rule configuration, that means rule configuration. So, the network administrators are required to configure the rules for the firewall. Rule configuration like that, allow this kind of traffic, discard this kind of packet, it is very important. So, packet filtering rule has two parts: selection criteria. Selection criteria, that means for the particular traffic, particular kind of protocol or particular traffic, what is the selection criteria. So, which are the packets need to be required to be allowed or required for the further process, and which are the packets supposed to discard. So, this is the selection criteria, and it is also correlated with the action. That means, whenever selection criteria finds some exclusion, that means these are the particular packet which are not supposed to allow, then the action field decides what to do or what is the next course of action for the particular kind of packet. So, this is the packet filtering. Now, there are various types of firewall available. Among that, main firewall types are available, and these are the stateful packet inspection, circuit level gateway, application level gateway, firewall with demilitarized zone, that means DMZ. If we look into detail for the particular type, so first is the stateful packet inspection. Now, the stateful firewall can watch the traffic streams from end to end. They are aware of the communication path and can implement various IPsec functions such as tunneling, encryption. Stateful firewalls are better at identifying unauthorized and forged communication. Now, at here, first of all, you are required to recall the communication mechanism. If we recall the communication mechanism, then OSI reference layer model is there, and OSI reference layer model is very important for the network communication. Now, in OSI reference model, what happen? OSI reference model, there are 7 layers, and each and every layer is responsible to carry out specific function. So, among 7 layers, the network layer is there, and network layer is responsible for the packet delivery. And when we are discussing for the network layer, the IP header concept is there. IP header contains specific kind of information like the sender detail, receiver detail, that means sender's IP header, receiver's IP header, specific protocol related information. We are not discussing the IP header in detail, but it is for our better understanding. So, the firewall stateful packet inspection consists that the IP header examination, by the examining IP header, it can get the information like who is the sender, who is the receiver, which kind of communication is that, and which kind of information particular data holds. Now, if we are discussing the connection oriented, that means TCP communication, because the TCP communicating in form of stream. So, when the TCP communication is going on, the packet comes with several field like reset field, urgent flag. These are the flag used for the TCP communication, and another concept is handshaking. So, the state for example, any machine continuously sending the communication request, or the particular sender is sending the repeat and repeat reset flag, that means the stateful packet inspection can categorize this kind of traffic as a suspicious traffic, and this kind of particular stateful packet inspection firewall can block the particular host also. So, we can say this kind of IP security functions are there. Tunneling, IP tunneling concept, designated communication line, encryption, that means provide encryption and decryption mechanism, encrypt the message and decrypt the message. This kind of functionality is also available in a stateful packet inspection. The next is a circuit level gateway. Now, circuit level gateway manages connection between client and server based on the TCP IP address and port number. After the connection is established, gateway does not interfere with the packet flowing between the system. Now, here is the difference from the stateful packet inspection. As we learn, the stateful packet inspection can monitor each and every packet. Contrary, vice versa, the circuit level gateway, that means SOCK, socket communication, is responsible to provide only, or is responsible to open the connection line, connection path only. Once the connection is established between the sender and receiver, that means between the server and client, later on packet flowing means the circuit level gateway does not interfere in terms of actual communication is going on. So, this kind of firewall are not inspecting each and every packet. They are responsible to provide or to establish the communication path between the server and client only. So, this is the circuit level gateway, and it only manages the connection between the client and server. Of course, there are some authentication mechanism between the client and server in a circuit level gateway is there. Now, next, application level gateway. Application level gateway firewall system are more advanced in terms of feature and working in compared to the packet filtering or stateful packet inspection or the circuit level gateway. It treats all packet as equal or equal priority. Application gateway firewall system knows the detail that which application has generated this packet. Now, this is the more advanced mechanism, parallelly more costly in terms of communication overhead, because the application level gateway generally works on a application layer of the protocol, and it also know regarding the detail of the sender machine as well as sender application. So, it can identify the malicious packet, it can identify the malicious traffic better than the packet filtering, stateful protocol inspection or circuit level gateway. Again, the proxy mechanism is also available in a application level gateway. So, the proxy authentication can possible, the concept of proxy server is available. So, only and only legitimate user on only and only legitimate sender can send and receive the communication. That means, the communication can open by the legitimate users only. So, this is the application level gateway, more sophisticated in terms of packet filtering or communication handling, vice versa. It is more costly than the available concept, because obviously the communication traffic burden, communication overheads are that. But the most important thing, this kind of gateway process each and every packet with equal priority at equal level. And while we are discussing the packet filtering is not able to maintain the connection between the previously processed packet and the packet which is processing right now. So, in other words, we can say the independent mechanism or the stateless mechanism is there. But while we are discussing the stateful packet inspection or the application level gateway, it can maintain the communication channel from the first packet to the entire till the entire communication is happening. Now, another firewall, another type of the firewall is the demilitarized zone. Now, this concept is being derived from the military. Demilitarized zone, that means the land or the area which is banned for any kind of military operation, and generally this kind of land is available on a common boundary between two countries. So, in other words, or in a sophisticated terminology, we can say no man's land. So, no one is allowed for any or none of the military operation is allowed for this kind of land. So, similarly, many organization is facing how to enable access to legitimate services of their organization to public service, while considering that not to compromise any other service of the organization. So, this is the concept like to offer very limited service for the outside world or for the consumer. For example, you are having the organization, parallelly various stakeholders are there or various channel partners are there, but they are not part of your business directly, they are not direct part of your business, but they are the helping hand, and to extend your business functions their services are required. To extend your services from your business, their help is essential. Now, in that case what happened? You are required to limited services, you are required to offer limited number of services to them, At that time, nowadays this kind of demilitarized firewall, demilitarized zone firewalls are equipped with certain kind of configuration through which you can enable services for the particular user. Parallelly, you can restrict the same services for another kind of user or another category of user. So, this is the demilitarization, and these firewalls, these are the firewalls are very helpful for like for example, you are having the education campus or you are having some campus in which the internet facility is available, but parallelly it is also important to provide the download access in a limited manner. Limited manner, that means you want to ban the visitor to download the particular kind of stuff from the network, or if you want to decide, the download size, means if you want to restrict the download bandwidth or download size for the outside visitors, and parallelly if you are again you are also required to provide seamless bandwidth, seamless download size, seamless connectivity for your employees. So, in that case you are required to configure the demilitarized zone firewall. It can segregate both of these user category and provide the specific kind of facility for the restricted users only. So, this is the demilitarized zone. Now, the feature of the demilitarized zone is that you can configure the role or access mechanism based on the user class or user category. After that, you can segregate or you can deactivate or you can ban the particular traffic from generating from the network. So, this is the demilitarized firewall mechanism. Now, here is the difference between the firewall, but you need to know or you need to differentiate that. A simple question is that what you think, is the firewall hardware or is the firewall software? This is the most important thing. Now, no one can give the exact answer in that case, because as we discussed, the firewall are required some advanced computing facility. So, in our case we can say the firewall are the computer those who are having some additional or advanced computing facility, because the normal machine are not advisable, or the normal operating system which is used for the personal computer is also not as advisable for the firewall operation, because as we discussed, the firewall are required for the authentication, means they need to authenticate the traffic, they need to authenticate the user, they need to differentiate the category of user, or they need to differentiate the services are being offered, at that time the huge calculation and huge functionality is expected from in point of view operating system support as well as advanced computing facility are also required. Now, what happened parallelly from the software point of view, conventional operating system, the conventional operating system are not advisable, or the conventional software are not advisable for the firewall, because the firewall needs 24/7 operation, and for that they require some advanced software which can categorize the user, which can differentiate the user. So, at this stage we can say the firewall are mixture of hardware and software. Okay friends, now if we want to sum up the session, so at this stage I would like to recall our discussion. In this session we discuss about the firewall, that means what is the firewall, what are the role or what are the functions of the firewall. We have also discussed the types of various types of firewalls available and their characteristics. We have also discussed in terms of their characteristics, and we have discussed regarding their feature also. So, hope this session is fruitful for you. Thank you very much. Thank you friends.